Hi. Hey, everyone. Good morning. Let me know if it sounds funny because I am trying with a microphone. In fact, I don't even know if I think it's connected. I think you can hear me. I just did a little test, which I have to delete. So it's Friday morning. It's August 26th. How's everyone doing today? This is Living in the Light. We're all about shifting away darkness, cracking open that beautiful glowing light in your heart, and guiding you to your destiny, that beautiful adventure that we all have ahead of us. Because we do have that light within us, we just have to open it up and reveal your truest self. And so today we're going to cover topics. Whoever's joining me, please like and subscribe to the videos. Today we're going to cover Stuck in the Loop. Evil is defeated. The Earth Alliance. I'll be sharing a visualization, and I'm just here, and I'll cover angels like I always do. So, how's everyone doing? This was a long week. There's a lot of turmoil going on because, like I said, evil has been defeated. I always say, light on the horizon, right? Light on the horizon. What we see beyond our vision. A difficult situation will improve, and that's what's been going on. So I've been sharing with you that in the angelic realm, in the spiritual realm, there is been the battle between good and evil, and we've seen that taking place on the earth. And we have been aware, because it is in the news, it is in the media, of decisions are made, and we have to abide by whoever's in control, because we have been living in this matrix of these systems, and these systems of medical and education, and 9 to 5 work, and of course the government. And so we've been, since our birth, we were incarnated on this new earth Gaia. Since we were born, we had to oblige by all of these decision makers, and we were stuck. And we couldn't get out, because that's all we knew, and that's what we were programmed to know. Now we know, if you're here joining me, you know that there is light on the horizon and good things are coming. And you know that there's another reality. So this reality is being taken off in front of us. It's no longer going to be an issue for us, because evil has been defeated. Now, I know that I've been sharing with you my journey, and I've been sharing with you exactly how I got here, and the fact that I claim I'm an intuitive and I'm an empath, and we all have those skills. It's not really that extraordinary. We all have skills within us, and we might have different skill set than others. It's all personal. So we all have clear senses. So you might be clairvoyant, you might have clairaudience, you might have claircognizance, you might have clairpresence, you might have clairsustenance, and you might have more than one. And so as we realize that evil has been defeated, we will start to adapt into our lives our senses, our abilities. And that will come through, because we will no longer be compressed, and we'll realize that we can just be. That's why I make suggestions about doing a visualization, about stillness, about spending time in nature, so that you can basically open up more. You have an open heart, open mind. The more you're open, and the more you accept exactly who you are, then the more fulfilling life course will take for you. You will basically be a member of your own life, instead of withdrawing, instead of living in fear, instead of being in denial. You will accept everything that you were given from birth, and you were given many extraordinary gifts. You're a multi-dimensional being of light. Let's accept ourselves. Let's give ourselves a hand because that's who we are. And, I know that some of us have been awakened and some of us are members of the 144,000 star family, star seeds, light workers, and we're here ahead of the population to share with them awakening and what happens during awakening. And when the solar flash occurs, hi, whoever's joining me, please like and subscribe. Tell me where you're coming from. I'm coming live from New York. So when hi, whoever's joining us, please like and subscribe. Please write in the chat. Tell me what's going on. I'm just sharing before we get into being stuck in the loop. Are you stuck in the loop? Because the loop is going to change. Thank you. Hey, Grand Rising from Detroit. Hello. Good morning. I'm sure because you are one of the 144,000, Tieka, I know that you are aware of this awakening and all because you do speak of gemstones and you do speak of light and love, and you know that you can see those who are still being monitored. They monitor themselves, their friends monitor them. They're living in the matrix. They are living in this programming, and it's hard for them not to conform. They're addicted to conforming. And that means that takes place in a lot of the decisions they make, the way they think, the way they live their life. You can see if you imagine an aerial view of what's going on in certain communities on Earth, you can see it's not a lot of nature going on. It happens in a lot of the cities. I'm near New York City, so I'm around a lot of matrix. It's about grind, work, let's compete, let's step on each other's head. It's not like that. It's heaven on earth. Let's all have love for each other and acceptance. As soon as we tune into our own self and we accept our own self, because you can be detached. Oh, that's easy. You can run away, be distracted, look at everyone else's problems, point the finger, right? Don't live in glass houses though, because point the finger comes right back to you. What are you distracting yourself from? Why can't you look at your own stuff? And so as we become awakened, because the earth has more light coming upon us, we are just having a collective consciousness. We are realizing together that we're not really that trusting anymore of a lot of the control and the power that's been taken over in our lives. We're not really loving it as much. And you know what? It's easy to be kind of complacent for a while and be like, oh, I'm not going to look. I'm just going to go about my business. But eventually it will catch up with you. Because like I say, when you come out of the driveway, do you turn right or do you turn left? And it makes a difference. Whatever choice you make will make a difference in your life. Maybe it won't impact your life this moment, but it sure as heck is going to impact your life within 2 weeks down the road. Whatever you do, when you give away your personal power, you're a sacred being of light. When you give away your personal power, when you make a decision, did you think about it very long? Did you ask everyone else what they were doing and then you made a decision? Or did you make that decision based on what you said internally? Did you go to your heart and your spirit and come up with a decision? Was it resonating with you and you said, oh my gosh, yes? If you say, oh my gosh, yes, then that's a good decision. If you say, oh, well, I don't know, then maybe you shouldn't choose that decision. That might not be good for you. So think about it. This is just suggestions. So are you stuck in a loop? Are you just stuck in this loop? Because what's going on here in the matrix, if you want to say the reality out here, not this reality within yourself, not this reality between us, because I'm a supportive, loving being of light for you, and I accept you. Out here in the matrix, outside your home, when you keep going through the same tasks over and over and over, or maybe your mind is going circling over and over and over, right? When you're stuck in the loop, you're unable to continue moving, and it's very difficult. So, are you stuck in the loop? Are you stuck in 1 week? Are you stuck in 1 year? Are you stuck in one life? Have you been doing the same things over and over, expecting different results? Or are you making changes? Now, it's very difficult sometimes to jump out of that loop. You're going to take a quantum leap out of the loop. So the loop, you can't move out of it. You're stuck in a particular situation, a position, a place, and you're unable to change. So maybe that comes through. Maybe it comes through in where you go every day, what you do with your life every day. Maybe it comes through in a relationship. We all get stuck in the loop from time to time. But we have to be careful that we don't get stuck there forever. Now, there's the matrix loop that just keeps going around and around, and you keep thinking, oh, well, someone else is saying something different, but it's really the same thing. If you're in the matrix, it's all the same thing. So we have to come from ourselves. We have to come from a place of healing ourselves first, where we tune in and we say, oh, I love myself. I love myself. We look in the mirror. I love myself. What does that mean when you say, I love myself? That means that you cherish yourself. That means you protect yourself. That means that you know that you're a sacred being of light. That everything that you have to offer from birth was worthy, was good enough. And it doesn't matter what job you had, what did you identify as, meaning like what was your job occupation, or where you lived, or what you had materialistically, or what school you went to. None of that matters. You are worthy from the time you were incarnated on this earth. Know that. So that's about having unconditional love. There's no time span. We've spoken about that. If someone loves you and they say, I love you, that should be unconditional. There should be no time limit on that. They always love you. I grew up with a time limit. So if I didn't behave accordingly, I was not loved. Well, that's not unconditional. Let's have unconditional love for ourselves. So no matter what, let's accept ourselves for everything, all of our good and our bad. Because as soon as we do that, as soon as we have unconditional love for ourselves, everything takes a different path. You will find that your journey is much easier. You will see that opportunities and answers come through. And maybe the opportunities and answers aren't going to all come from you. Maybe you're going to something that the universe is going to say, give that person that opportunity, and it's going to drop in your lap, and you're going to say, oh, wow, I can't even believe this is happening to me. But accept it. Don't deny it. That's another thing about getting stuck in the loop. You get stuck in the loop when you don't try anything new. So this structure, this series, this loop that we're traveling on, it's going around like a racetrack. You're going around, and it's taking you back to the beginning again, and you can't seem to get off this loop. What are you doing on this loop? And it runs continuously. Have you noticed that the loop runs continuously? And it's going to repeat over and over and over. Your issues are going to come up. The same things are going to happen. It's going to get dull and boring after a while. And then all of a sudden, time's up. You're how old? 60, 80 years old? It's over. We want to get out of the loop early on, now. I say right now we get out of the loop. Now, who's keeping you in the loop? Are you keeping yourself in the loop? Who's holding you down? If you're not a 5-year-old child, you're entitled to make your own decisions. You have to give permission before doing anything. That's one of the laws of nature. No one can take from you. You have to give permission. So every decision you make is entirely yours. Have it come from inside. Now, who's influencing this control over you in this loop that you're living in? So you're looping around, you're coming back around, it's not changing, you're kind of getting bored with it, but you're doing it. And maybe there's some benefits to the loop. Maybe you're like, well, I have a really great job, and well, I have all these beautiful things. But I'm telling you right now, you're stuck in the loop if it's continuously going around. And eventually you're going to have to deal with whatever's going on in the loop. So let's try to jump out of the loop. Let's try to imagine a new reality. Whoever's joining me, please like and subscribe. Joining us, I should say, because this is a circle of light we have going on. Please like and subscribe, write in the chat. Taika is here from Detroit. I'm from New York. And so as we discover that we can jump out of the loop, this continuous pathway that we're going around and around, it's continuous and it's not changing. And maybe there's some benefits, but eventually, guess what? It's not, is it your destiny? Because it's a loop. It's not your destiny necessarily. It might be everyone else's choices and you're incorporating what you want with them. But is it all the love and all the fulfillment that you have in your heart for your life? Because everything is really personal. I mean, I'm not going to have the same idea of what happiness is that you have, right? And you might not be interested in doing hosting on YouTube like I do. This is my passion. What's your passion? That's what you have to follow. Now, I know it's scary. We talked about fear. Fear can bring us and block us just like the loop can, being stuck in it. Fear can help us to be blocked, to not take chances, can injure ourselves. And fear comes because we feel that danger is ahead of us if we take that route. And maybe it's something that you were told, oh, don't do that. That's really scary. And it might be something minor. It's what you were raised to believe. It was who you had around you. But let's tune inward. So let's imagine a new reality. What is that new reality that you want for yourself? I've mentioned to you a plan. Now, I'm not saying that everything has to be like dun, 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 like a checklist. It's a loose plan. It's an idea of which direction you want to go in. So what is that plan? So if you were to imagine that there was nothing outside of your being, you didn't even look this way, and it was just your spirit and your heart you were tuning into, what would be the reality you'd want to open your eyes to? What would you want to see when you open your eyes? For me, I've tuned into that. Like I say, we tune in, and I've seen this beautiful, vivid nature. And it's not really like anything. It's like fairy tale-ish. And there's, little birds but it's just beautiful. And the energy coming off of it, I can see like the vibrations of the nature. And that's because the more you become awakened, the more you become open to another perspective and awareness, the more you will really see the way everything is. And so this new reality, what is it going to be? An idyllic place of hope? Are you going to change your environment? Let's shake up your thoughts. So let's try to imagine. I'd like you to try to imagine as we leave, speaking of looping thoughts, we're stuck in the loop. I'd like you to imagine yourself and just leave that. We don't have to dwell on it. It's just a place that you can go to, like I say, a beautiful nature scene. So let's release any previous thoughts we had to do this. Let's let go of the past. Let's live now. Live now. What do you want right now? And I'm not saying, what do you want in 2 years? No. If you could have it right now, that sounds scary, right? Because that means you're going to have to make some changes. That means you're going to have to accept something else, and you're going to have to leave something behind. That's what causes us to be stuck in the loop of fear, of change. And we're very complacent. We say, okay, this isn't so bad. I don't know what lies on the other side of that door. If I open up that door, what's going to be there? How about you just take a risk? You just take a chance and hope and be positive. Because if you're coming from a place of love and light and peace, the only thing that's going to be in your future is good stuff. I promise you that. Okay, so let's imagine that new reality. Now, why am I saying all this? Whoever's joining me, please tell me where you're coming from. I know that we have Tahika, who's from Detroit. I'm in New York because we're all together, right? Here we are. We're beings of light joining together. So I'm saying all this to you because I know And I've been sharing with you my visions. So my visions have shown me that evil has gone, it's left, it's defeated. Do you know that yet? Now, I know in the spiritual realm, the angelic realm, divine energies have won. The battle has been won. Evil is defeated. We are seeing that. We are seeing that now in our reality, our physical reality. So these supernatural forces that have been controlling us, controlling our minds, controlling our actions, they've caused a lot of destruction and turmoil and suffering. And some of you might have suffered out there. Some of you might have experienced, there's been we've had, this pandemic, and we're finding out that not everything was true. I knew that, but that now it's being said. So isn't that a sign right there that evil is defeated? Because why are they saying that not everything was true? So we have to know right now that in the spiritual realm that evil is being rid off the earth. There is no evil left. It's gone. It just has to show itself. And that is why they're coming forward and saying the truth. So the lies are being told. And so I don't know. They're grappling at this point. They're grappling. That's an indication if leaders are admitting false truths, right? And it's a warning, it's an alert. So be aware. What is coming next if that's what they're doing? They've been beaten in the battle. They've already been beaten, and we have overcome adversity, whether you realize it or not. And how did this happen? Because good will triumph over evil. Good will always triumph over evil. Because if evil won, then we probably wouldn't be human beings anymore. We wouldn't even be here right now. We would have already been destroyed. Oh, listen to that bird. It's giving me validation. That's a cardinal, by the way. So let's become aware and prepare emotionally for the next thing that's to come. So if evil has been defeated in the spiritual realm, let's take this down. Let's give this hypothetical, right? Because allegedly we can't see it yet, so we don't believe it. We need it right in front of us. And that's because we haven't learned to tune into our intuitive abilities. But as you tune in, you'll start to get visions and understanding, and you'll see all the light. Like I see light on the horizon. Good things are coming always, always, because I know it's coming. And that's a premonition that I have. So we've had this adversity. We've kind of had our spiritual war on earth, and we've been battling, right? And so now we have to prepare emotionally, because if I'm correct, and in the spiritual realm, the battle is won, evil is defeated, we're going to see it here in our lives, outside when we walk out our door. Now, how do you think what's going to happen when everyone realizes that they were lied to? When everyone becomes awakened, like you and I are awakened. Hi, Raymond. Thanks for joining us. Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from? I know it takes time from the time that I see the chat, because I know there's a few minutes, but nice for you to join us, Raymond. Thank you. I hope you like and subscribe to the channel. So I'm Mary. I'm coming from New York, and I'm just covering like evil's been defeated. And so what does that mean in our reality if evil's been defeated? So they've lost. So what does that mean? That means that they're probably going to look for forgiveness, evil. Are they going to give up? I don't think so. They're going to have to give up. They're going to probably get squashed. But those of us who are left, right? Oh, Thailand. Hi, you are beautiful. Well, thank you so much for saying that. That's nice. Thanks for coming all the way from Thailand. I hope you like and subscribe to the channel. I'm here Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. And I just share about, breaking open and cracking open that beautiful glowing light in your heart. And let's find our destiny together. So if if this is on our way to happening, what will happen to those who aren't awakened, who aren't prepared? We have to be there for them. We have to be forgiving and understanding and have compassion for those, because if and when this solar flash comes with this blinding light, and everyone who's remaining who hasn't been awakened becomes awakened to what this reality has been, what are they going to do? Everyone's going to stop. We're going to lose our electronics, and so that's going to put a pause. I don't know if cars are going to work. I sense that it's going to be more like radio waves, internet, these satellites that they put out there that are giving us Wi-Fi. I sense that that's what's going to happen. That's going to shut down. That's what I'm sharing with you. That's my premonition, that that's going to shut down. So what's left? What do we do if we can't go to work? We can't do things. I guess we can drive places. How are we going to communicate? We're going to have to communicate in our communities, talk to each other. So let's say this happens, they say, for 3 days. The 3 days of darkness, they say. Let's say that does happen. Where are you from? I'm from New York. I'm coming from New York, right outside of Manhattan. I'm here. I'm in the suburbs of New York. And are we going to be able to, how are we going to feel? So let's prepare ourselves. How are we going to feel when everything stops? It's going to stop. But is this scary? It's not so scary as how we've been living. So let's think of it that way. It's going to be change. So let's prepare ourselves for the change to come. And as evil continues to grapple on and try to struggle to keep authority, we're going to be able to move in our own directions. We're not going to have to be held on and in place, because things are going to shift. As soon as everyone becomes awakened, then anything that's evil is not going to be permitted any longer. So evil will run and hide like they already are now by coming forward and saying this was not true. And they're going to apologize because now they're caught. There's no place to turn. And whoever put them in that position is hiding as well. So just be aware of this. And so I'm sharing this because sometimes when things change, it brings on fear. And when we have fear, we don't really accomplish as much. And we don't really, it like physically pauses us, and we get, and it brings like a racing heartbeat. Maybe you get a stomach ache. And I have to tell you, I've been having that for the last 24 hours, and I couldn't really figure it out. And I think it's because I know that there's going to be this big change that's coming. And so I know there's a loss. So not only are we going to have this change and then maybe some fear and some chaos because people are going to be confused, what's going to happen is, hey, Alex, good morning from Rye, New York. Hi, thanks for joining us. I'm just sharing with evil being defeated. So what's going to happen is, too, we're going to start to say, but wait a second, if that all those systems are gone, I'm going to be sad because I'm used to that, because we've been traveling in this loop. We've kind of been stuck in this loop. If you have this open mindset, you've expanded your awareness, you might not be so stuck in the loop. You might have 1 foot in the loop, the matrix, and 1 foot in the new reality. But be prepared that that's going to be normal. If you start to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm scared, just let yourself have those feelings. Go rest mode, take a breath, try to calm yourself, maybe do a meditation, spend time in nature, go outside. That can heal a lot. Watch a sunrise. Go wake up and watch a sunrise. So as things change and we become more aware that everyone else is in the same mindset as us, nice to meet you. As we become aware of this, then we will have some more feelings. We will have some feelings. We'll be excited because there's so much out there to offer, and what's going to happen, what beautiful things are going to happen. Maybe we'll be so used to having all this control on us, we'll be like free. We were born to be free. We have free will. We are sovereign beings of light. So let's, no, I watch every day. Oh, you do watch every day, Alex. Thanks for watching every day. Yay, everybody. So we're all forming this circle of light across the planet. We have New York, we have Detroit, we have Thailand. Look at how this is expanding. This is beautiful. So the consequences for those that have hurt us, the consequences, there will be action taken. Now, I don't know what the action that will be taken. Thanks for finding this channel. I don't know the action that will be taken on them. I don't believe, that consequences is going to be their karma, like whatever karma is due to them. And I've shared with you, karma is virtuous actions create happiness and non-virtuous actions create suffering. So anyone who has performed evil, had committed evil on other beings, is going to have a consequence in their life. Something will take place for them. They're not going to get out of it. And, all the money in the world is not going to save you. I'm sorry to say. So I don't wish anything bad on anyone. I just know how karma works in the universe. So moving on from this, I want to say I'm really excited for our future. Let's tune into our love and our hearts. Did you write down your dreams today? Well, I had a very strange dream last night, and it was evil, and evil was defeated. In this particular dream, evil was drowned, died in the water, and then evil rose back up and tried again. So I know that, to me, that's a sign that evil is going to continue. Now, there is what's called the Earth Alliance. I don't know if anyone has heard of this. And the Earth Alliance is coming out from the galaxies, and they are here, and they're witnessing everything, and they're a union that was formed to benefit the Earth's safety, and they're working together to protect humanity. There's also what's called the Galactic Federation, which is an enormous council of different species that rule the cosmos. Now, I don't know where you are and where you stand when it comes to believing beyond this Earth that there's living beings. I believe that out in the galaxies, there's other beings of life. Now, recently, we've been hearing about UFOs and UAPs, which are unidentified aerial phenomenon. And we've been hearing about that, and they've been bringing it and speaking about it more. And I said to you that I follow Twitter. I'm on Twitter. You can find me, Mary Amy. I'm on all the social media. I haven't done TikTok yet, but I'm supposed to be doing that. And so on this Twitter, I see that UFOs seem to be trending a lot lately. So that gives me a little bit of concern, because I wonder, why is it trending? Because those powers that run Twitter are very much in control of what comes through. Just like all the social media, everything on media, all the news, all of it is staged. I know this because I grew up in the business. I grew up in the media business. I was a model. I did acting. I was on lots of sets. I know everything is a performance. So just be aware of that. And when it comes to the social media, just think of it this way. It's a business. It's a business. It's there to make money. They're there to make money, and and profit. And they're also there to guide, to give, to send you in a certain direction. And that's why, good night. Oh, thanks for joining us, Raymond. I hope you join us again. I'm back on Monday at 11 a.m. And so the Galactic Federation, this enormous council of these species out there, are aware of everything that's going on here. And so as we move out of the old reality, which is the matrix, the linear, the 3D, and into the 4D and 5D, we're right now in transition. If you're here with me right now, you're probably in 4D. You're probably awakened. They say that we have only 2% of our DNA is legit, and the other 98% is junk. It's not junk. It's our light codes. Our light codes within each of our cells are activating, and our cells are opening up to all of us, all of our truest potential. Your truest potential, your personality you were born with. You had this from the birth, and then it was compressed. And so now, as you become awakened, and everyone that becomes awakened is finding out that there's more to themselves. They have gifts, they have knowledge, everything is within us. And we don't have to go to school and learn about stuff and memorize it and then read it back. What exactly is that? Who wrote those history books? And I know this sounds like blah, 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 but I'm telling you right now, as we become awakened and we look at another reality, we're going to realize it might not be so kooky. It's a possibility. Just share with me, it's a possibility. So we're like a butterfly. We're transforming, we're transitioning into a better version of ourselves. And so if we can accept that and accept ourselves, accept others, and have less divide. In fact, how about no divide? We just hug and love each other. And we are there for each other, and we give support. Like I'm here giving you support, and you give someone else support, and you just keep handing it off. You will be surprised how quickly everything is going to shift. So the collective consciousness is changing right now. We're all becoming awakened. Anyone who's joining me, please like the video and write in the chat and tell me where you're coming from. We have someone from Detroit. We have someone from New York. We have someone from Thailand. Everyone who's joining me, please like and subscribe and write in the chat. I appreciate that, because I need to know exactly what's going on out there sometimes, because I'm like hibernating half the time in my own little world. I have my own little world going on, and I'm trying to bring light out into the public and out into the world, just like I think you are. Whoever's joining me, please like and subscribe. And so now that we've been realizing that this loop that we've been traveling in, we're unsticking ourselves. We're imagining a new reality, because we can't have new events occur if we're not jumping out of the loop. And what is that loop? Maybe the loop is for years and years, you're doing the same thing over and over, and it's kind of dull and boring. Is life really supposed to be that way? No, life is supposed to be exciting. Life is an adventure. I mean, just imagine if all your dreams could come true right now. What are your 5 humongous goals? Are you checking them off? What is your plan for the new reality? This old reality of evil programming is leaving. It's indicated right now. We're seeing this. It's no longer in the spiritual realm. It's in the physical realm. We're seeing people are coming forward and they're saying, okay, maybe I wasn't telling the truth. Okay, maybe that was false. What is that an indication of? That is an indication. Hey, Tommy, kisses to you too. Hi, how are you guys doing today? I know you're in New York. And so as we move forward, let's start to think about what we want in our lives. What is something that you want to bring forward in your life right now, in this space that we're living in right now? And I said it yesterday, let's plop right now into this space in the present moment. How do you get to the present moment? Well, first of all, you're definitely not stuck in the loop anymore. And you're definitely realizing you've expanded your consciousness and your awareness. So how do you realize it? Well, you look around, you notice something that's right here. Maybe you let out a breath, and you place in this moment, in this present moment, something you want right now. Now, if you're clear, if your thoughts, words, and your actions are clear, meaning that everything has alignment. If you have alignment with your thoughts, words, and actions, and you place something in this space in the present moment right now, and by placing this in the present moment, you want it right now. And I don't want you to have any fear, and I don't want you to have any worry, and I want you to think it's possible right now, because anything is possible. What is it you want to place in this moment right now? So for me, Is it like a sentence of something you want? I want blah, blah, blah. Or is it I wish? You can do it in whatever way you want. What is it that you want right now? I've said in the past prosperity. I said in the past, now I can't even remember what I said. I said another day. So it doesn't matter what I said another day. It's right now. So right now I'm placing in this space right now, and I want you to say it out loud. Oh, I know. I said fun. That's what I said, fun. I'm going to place in this moment right now, I want more freedom. That's what I'm placing in this moment. I want more freedom. So whatever it is for you, you place it in this moment right now. And guess what? Within 2 weeks, there will be an indication of that. Within 2 weeks, there'll be an indication of whatever you placed in this, if you are clear. So we're moving into understanding ourselves more, our frequency, our energy. Who are we? Our mind, heart, and spirit. Who are we exactly? And the more that we become acquainted with ourselves, the more we can accomplish and we can fulfill our destiny. So what is your purpose? What is your mission here? Do you have a mission on earth right now? New Earth Gaia. So have you been working on your skill set? Have you been tuning in? Have you been working on stillness? What have you been doing today? When you woke up, what was the first thought that came into your mind? So for me, it was my dream, this very kind of creepy dream that I had, and it kind of threw me. I was a little bit nervous and scared. And then I said, don't be scared. Do what you say, embrace it, embrace your fear. What is it? So I looked at it, and, if you take out of your dream some of the people that are evident, and you kind of say, well, what is the theme going on? If you replace them with anyone, what exactly was the story? And the story was that evil was drowned and defeated, and evil kept coming back. And then evil asked for forgiveness. And then I actually, because I feel like empathic, I said, oh, but I also have to know that I was, cautious. So just be cautious. And as we pay attention to what our first thoughts of the day is, maybe it's your dream, maybe it's what you're coming out into the world hoping for today. The more you tune into exactly what your mind is saying to you, the more that you have, not control, I don't like the word control, but more awareness. The more we become aware of everything, we become aware of every nuance that occurs. Whoever's joining me, please like and subscribe. Like the video if you like it. And the more, I'm talking about supernatural abilities right now. So the more we realize who we are ourselves, because really that's all we have permission over, then the more we're aware of what's going on out here, the more we can achieve. Do you see? Because if everything's perception and perspective, and so the world that you see is only your perspective, and it's only your perception. It doesn't really matter what everyone else is thinking. It's not their joy. It's not their happiness. They're not going to be fulfilled by what you do. Really, most everyone just cares about themselves if you look around. So it's really about you achieving everything you want. So to become more intuitive and have more of your clairvoyance come through, my suggestion is to be more aware of your thoughts. Are you stuck in a loop? Are you aware of what you're thinking and where it's taking you? Now, if you get caught and you say, oh my gosh, I feel just overwhelmed, we have to go back to being aware of the present moment. And how does that come through? Let out a breath and think about what is right here in front of us. Because our thoughts can take us, in a direction that's not productive. We just keep going back and go back and go back, right? And we're not really becoming productive. So if we want to become more intuitive, we have to be more aware of everything that's going on. So the nuances that are out here in our reality, we become more aware of. We become more aware of When someone's walking by us, even a stranger, what exactly are they saying? Are there energetic patterns that you're following every day? Maybe step out of that pattern. If you want new things to come into your life, you're going to have to step out of your energetic pattern. And what is your energetic pattern? Well, maybe it's exactly how you travel every day. Maybe take an alternate route. Maybe it's what you eat. Maybe it's who you speak to. Maybe it's what you do in your free time. Take an alternate route. If you want to be more aware, you want to see energetic patterns, changing your energetic patterns will change you. It will bring more of you forward. So be aware of that. Now, when we go into stillness and we close our eyes and we're quiet, we let out a breath. What are we looking for when we do that? We are looking to have more peace in our heart. The more peace we have in our heart, the more quiet that we have, the more we can hear outside of ourselves. Do you get that? So when we tune in more to more of our quiet, of our peace, we let out a breath. Maybe we're just focusing on our breath for a little while. When we do this and we have complete quiet, do you notice that? When you have complete quiet, you can hear everything that's going on around you. So you can tune into everything more easily, more quickly. And then from there, you start to realize that there's abilities that you have that you didn't even notice before. And maybe they're going to come through, you're going to hear. Maybe you're going to be someone who has clairaudience and you hear beyond the walls of the room, other realms. Maybe you'll hear voices of other entities, of angels, of spirits. Maybe you'll hear remote other people's lives. So as we become more aware of our gifts, we will become more aware of who we actually are from the get-go, because we had these gifts. We always had them. We just never tuned into them. We never accepted them. So let's accept them. Maybe you'll be someone who will meet someone, and as soon as they touch you, you instantly get information about them. And just be open to it. That's all I'm suggesting. So it's baby steps, and every day we're going to cover this and bring this forward so that you feel that it's more okay. And maybe you're going to be desensitized to the idea that it's kooky, because it's really not. It's really who we are. We are really beings of light, and we are extraordinary. So before I go, I'm going to do a visualization, and you can join me and stay if you want. It's a way of bringing light into your being. And I just want to also make one message about angels. So ask for angels to come into your life, more divine energies. They're benevolent beings of light. They come from the heavens to earth to protect humanity. They're messengers. It's like I'm doing a little ad for angels. They're messengers. They are protectors. They are healers. And I'm suggesting be open to them. I believe my Archangel Michael is right by my side, and I have a wall of guardian angels. There's 9 ranks of angels. They're immortal beings of light. And so they're here to help us. If you need to be guided, if you need a message, if you need to be protected, call out to them. They're here for us. They've been fighting this spiritual war in the angelic realm, in the spiritual realm, against all evil. So just be open to it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so let's do a visualization. A visualization is guided mental imagery in our mind's eye, bringing us hope, joy, and happiness. Blessings. Let out a breath if you need to. Blessings. Our intention today is to clear away negative thoughts through a guiding light. So this guiding, glowing light will help us realize your mind, body, spirit, and divine light will shed darkness in yourself and unblock your truest purpose and passions. Your glowing light visualization begins now. So please find a quiet space, sit or lay down comfortably, and we're letting out a breath. So as we let go and we let out a breath, we're letting go of any thoughts before this moment that's not servicing us. It's not helping us now. We don't need anything from the past. We don't need to know about the future. We're only in the now. We're in the now right now. So as you find a quiet space, you close your eyes and you let out a breath. Maybe you speak out words if you need to. So together we're going to deeply breathe, inhale and exhale 3 times on a 12 count. Okay? And I'll do it with you. Okay, so I hope you've relaxed your body and released any stress. And just let out breath if you need to. So we're going to bring awareness to any tension we have in our body from the top of our head to the tip of our toes. And so our thoughts, let's imagine being inside of our brain. So this brain, can we quiet our mind to stillness? And what are you sensing within your brain? Are your mind, you want to say, your mind? Are you sensing that you have room? Can you expand your mind and make more room? Can you release some of the thoughts that you have within you that are blocking you from your truest potential, from your destiny, from where you are supposed to go? And as we release any of these old thoughts, any beliefs, we let them go. We are making room. We are expanding our mind so that we have more awareness to what we're bringing into our lives, because it starts with our mind, what we're bringing in our spirit and our heart. So we're quieting ourselves and we're making room. And are these thoughts useful to us? And if they're not, let's let them go. Are you circling back in your thoughts? Okay, so you're releasing them and you're clearing away any negativity and you're making room for pure spirit. So try to open up more inside your brain and visualize a bigger space. So you're going to open up, make more room, release those useless thoughts, and you're going to breathe them out. And you're going to release, and you're going to say them out loud if you need to. And you're going to replace in this space light in that space, glowing light, illuminating light in your mind. And it's going to be peaceful and calming. And you're going to feel reassurance that it's good for you. And it's going to bring hope. And you're going to even smile. You're going to broaden your mouth to a smile. And you're going to breathe in fresh air. And you're going to breathe out negative thoughts. And you're going to imagine the biggest hope that you have. And you're going to leave it in your mind, in that space. You're going to feel very excited and hopeful. This new, wonderful life that's coming into existence. And you're going to be approaching and headed towards your destiny. So you're going to leave it in there. You're going to say, I would like, whatever it is you want to choose, I would like. You're going to stay in that moment, in that thought, that wonderful, biggest hope that you have. Okay, and I'm going to count backwards to 3, and you're going to open your eyes. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so visualizations help us to expand our awareness, to open and activate our third eye, our mind's eye. And when we do that, we'll be able to tune into other realms. Like I say, I can tune into my third eye. I can see what's around me. And sometimes I share with you. I bring light around and I share with my ball of light. Before we go, I think we're going to do that. So today, we had Rabbi Kids Stories. Thanks for joining us today, Rabbi Kids Stories. Welcome to Living in the Light. Okay, so has anybody worked on their ball of light? We're going to work on that quickly before we go. And okay, so how do we do that? We're going to rub our hands together, our ball of light. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open our palms. And as we open our palms, we should feel some kind of mild little vibration on our palms. And so we can open and we can move about. And so we're creating this ball of light because we're creating light outside of our being. Because that's how we can also alter our reality, our physical reality. We can bring light faster into our lives. We can bring our destiny quicker. And we can also spread light in the physical realm. And that's how we become light workers. Okay, so as light workers, we work on light grids and we bring light into space. So here we go. Oh, that's Elsa behind me if you heard Elsa. Maybe Elsa felt the light. I don't know. She just tapped the couch. Okay, so here we are with the light, and I've shared with you what do I do with my ball of light, and this is advanced, and maybe you can do this. I mean, so you can tune into your third eye. I mean, maybe it's just you're moving the light about, and that's what you're going to do. But I'm going to bring the light into my third eye, this ball of light, and I'm going to see what I see around me in my third eye. So I see around me right now, I see a tree branch right there. Let's see, what else do I see? Ooh, a tiger. That must be Tommy. Tommy's all into tigers. So there's a tiger in my third eye. Interesting. He's in my third eye. He represents a tiger. That's his power animal. Okay, so wow, a tree branch. So that means I'm in nature, right? If there's a tree branch. Ooh, I see water. Are you trying this? Are you trying to go into your third eye with your ball of light? So I see sky. Oh, and then I heard heaven. So I'm actually hearing. Interesting. So now I'm getting clairaudience doing this. So I heard heaven. So heaven is up there. Okay, good. So maybe this is heaven on earth, which is where we're going. This might be a premonition even. What are you seeing with your ball of light? Are you tuning into your third eye? Now, what happens here is when you create a ball of light, you're actually working on your concentration and your focus, and you're working on tuning in the energy. So this is energy right here in my hands. It's a ball of energy. And so I believe that when you're doing this, so basically it's creating masterful concentration because I'm doing this, but I'm also speaking at the same time. So I think that this is something we should work on. Okay, so let's see. Is there anything else? I just saw a flash of pink. What was that in my third eye? I don't know what that was. That's like a little story. I don't know what that flash of pink was. So I'm getting new experience now. It's a mystical experience I'm encountering doing this myself right now because it's something that I haven't. Okay, so I see the water travels down forward in front of me. And that reminds me of this painting that I once did. I paint, and there was a cracked heart, and then I healed the heart, and then there was water coming out. Okay, so then that's what I see right now. And we can continue to work on this. And I'm going to, every day, hopefully we're going to bring more of these healing abilities, these intuitive abilities forward. And so I'm going to close my hand. Interesting, I didn't know if I should close it that way. I'm curious if I close it this way, it makes a difference. Okay, so interesting, right? Isn't that interesting? Okay, everyone, it was lovely seeing everyone today. Now we have the weekend ahead of us. I'm just hitting the 1 minute mark, the 1 hour mark, and I'm grateful for that. I want to kind of stay under 1 hour. So everyone, let's look forward this weekend. Let's enjoy time resting. I hope that you have moments to rest. Spend 5 to 15 minutes minimum every day in nature, and maybe close your eyes and do some stillness. Maybe do one of the activities that you've been putting off that you want to do that are fulfilling your passion. For me, it would always be painting or writing or creating. I don't know what it is for you. I mean, you might be an amazing. We talk about our 3 characteristics that make us our authentic selves. What are they? Maybe you're amazing at math. Maybe you're a wonderful storyteller. Maybe you have the most beautiful hair or eyes. You have at least minimum 3 characteristics that make you extraordinary and wonderful. So acknowledge that. And I hope that this weekend that you find some joy in your heart and you're not in the loop. I know if you're with me, you're not in the loop because the new reality is coming into play. And every day we're going to be discussing this and sharing this. And anyone who's joining me, I hope you like and subscribe. I'll be back again on Monday at 11 a.m. I don't usually share, just so you know, whatever my topics are until that morning. And that is because evil plays with my social media, so I don't share, and it seems to be working better. I don't have glitches in the video. So everyone have a wonderful day, and write down your dreams, and let's all find our destiny and crack open that beautiful glowing light in our heart. And I'm spinning light, and you're in the center of it, and you're making a wish, and there's light. This is light. Do you sense the light? And you're in the middle. I'll do it. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the number. 1, 2. It's good luck. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, everyone, be well. Have a wonderful day. Bye.